Welcome back, everybody. We are back. Superfan Luna in the house. Superfan red carpet welcome for Luna. Let's get straight to it, Luna. Don't forget to like the live, share the live, repost the live. Helps us out a ton, guys. Let's do it. We are back in the saddle again. Welcome back to the daily live stream. Love you all so much. It's my favorite part of the day. I knew you'd be here, Lee. That's why I didn't respond to you saying you're going to bed, because you never actually go to bed when you say you're going to bed. So there you are. What's going on, Jazz? What's going on, Martina? Luna is sharing the live. Luna is liking the live. She's got me. Beautiful. Love to see it. We are back, baby. We are back. And it is great to see you all. We are going to see what we got here. Let's see what tonight can bring us. It's going good, Luna, but the real question is, how are you? I mean, that's really honestly the real question that I have for you is, how are you? That's honestly what matters. So let me know how your day was, how things are going for you. Let's get it, baby. So yeah. Yeah. Luna says, I'm pretty good. I'm eating dinner before going to the gym. Just about done eating. Incredible. Yeah, I mean, that's when I know we're doing amazing, because you've literally got, you literally haven't even gone to the gym yet. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive stuff. That is never fun, Mystic. What's going on, Jade? Welcome to the stream. It is never fun, Mystic. But honestly, if you're not with that person anymore, it's probably for the better. It's honestly probably for the better. Even if it wasn't your choice not to be with them, if they ended things with you, it's still better that you're not together. You want to be with somebody that loves you and values you for who you are and is in love with you in all ways. And you will find that. Now, 4 months is not long enough to actually get over it 100%. You know, I've been through it, and it takes a lot longer than that. And honestly, it does get easier with time, but it does take time. It does take time. Laurel says, that's very true. Indeed. Lip Sing, that's awesome. Love to hear that. That sounds like fun. Workouts are good. I do love seeing the community getting fit, doing their thing in the gym. Well, for you, Lip Sing, not technically in the gym, but you know what I mean. Laurel says, I'm on year 3. I'm on 3 years and it's not enough. Yeah, no, like, seriously. It can take years. But the thing is it does get easier over time. That's all I'm saying. So day by day, you take it. And day by day, it gets a little easier. It gets a little better. And when you meet someone new that does check all those boxes and, you know, does truly love you for you in all the ways that, well, matter to you, then it becomes way easier. It becomes dramatically easier. Honestly, that's probably when it becomes one of the easiest. But even before that, when you really start to love yourself and start learning to love being by yourself again, that also makes it a lot easier too. Yeah, Laurel, it's certainly good to know. I am full of advice, you know that. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Laurel, by the way. You are new. Skunk, what's going on? Welcome back. I did already answer that, Lee, but good. Good. The answer is always going to be good. The real question to you guys always is, how are you doing? Now I already know how you're doing, Lee. You said it in the Discord, and you said it here and now. But yeah, baby, we're back at it. We're getting it. Chaparita, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Good. The answer is always going to be good. The real question is, how are you? And Skunk, I'm sorry to hear that, but I can't imagine being in a relationship where the person that I'm with doesn't text me for 24 hours, and that's just normal. Especially if you don't live with them. For me, I just think communication's really important. And again, if you don't care and you like things like, I want my space, I don't really want to be up in your business, I don't want you up in mine, we're going to talk once a day, a couple times a day, very periodically. That's how you operate, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I'm just saying, for me, that is the absolute antithesis of what I want and how I operate. So, you may, if you're anything similar to me, you may want to have a conversation. And if you can't sort of get things moving in the right direction that you want them to go in, then again, try your best to find somebody that does check those boxes for you. Marty, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Nancy, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Nancy's one of our newest Discord members. Joined last night. And one of the newest members of the community as well. Joined last night. Sounds good, Luna. Get going to the gym. Yeah, Skunk, I mean, being clingy, there's a difference between being toxically clingy and being just wanting to touch base and be updated on that person's day. There is a big difference, honestly. There's a massive difference, in my opinion. So maybe if you are truly toxically clingy or something like that, then maybe it's a you problem, or maybe there's a middle ground that you could find with them. But if you're just somebody that wants regular, communication, regular updates, consistency, as Mystic just said there, again, have the conversation, or think about finding somebody who hits your core values. There's not ever going to be somebody that perfectly fills in everything that you want in a person. It could happen, but it's going to be rare. But what you can find, it's not too much to ask to find somebody who can be cohesive with your core values, meaning you share the same core values. Communication's a huge core value, and if that person isn't operating on the same wavelength when it comes to that particular core value, that can be a huge deal. That can be a huge deal. For sure. Welcome back. Superfan Rivers is back. Red carpet welcome. Thank you, Laurel. So I am a musician. That is what I'm known for. That's what I do. So yeah. I'm glad that you like my voice. Thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. I'm glad you think so. Honda, what's going on? Welcome back. You somehow found me again. You're not even following me, but you somehow found me again. That's pretty cool. I do always remember you guys. I know, right? You're seeing, you're not following me, but somehow I literally still remember that you've been in a stream before. Pretty amazing. It's one of my superpowers. I know. Rivers, thank you for sharing the live, guys. Thank you for reposting and sharing the live. That is absolutely huge. I want you guys to know that is a huge deal. It helps us out a lot. And if you aren't able to show support through gifts, then showing support through reposting, sharing, and liking the live is going to be your best way to do it. So I do appreciate it, guys. We are at 1,600 likes-ish. And hopefully we can get to 50K like we did last night. I'm really hoping so, baby. I'm really hoping so. What's going on, Zoe? Welcome back. How are you? Tay, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Glad you think so. Zoe says, yes, you should play more music. Don't understand that comment at all. Nobody else said anything about that. But it sounds like you're agreeing with somebody. Skunk says, like, he's a really nice guy, and I wanted to take him out for dinner and then hang out with him and the dog. Hey, fair enough. So, like, he probably does align with most of the things that you want and look for in somebody, but there's just this one big thing. So, Skunk, like I said, I just recommend having a conversation with him, talking to him a little bit, getting it going. Try and solve it. You know what I mean? Try and solve it. Yeah, Zoe, I am a musician. I play and release music for you guys everywhere for you to listen to. The fact that I'm a musician doesn't mean that my live stream is that my live stream revolves around that. My live stream is a place for you guys, fans of my music or not, to connect with me, get a deeper connection, chat, ask questions. We have a good time. But when I'm playing music on the stream, that doesn't occur. None of that happens. But typically on my social media and anything that I do public facing, it is music in a lot of cases. So this is kind of your guys' area to actually connect with me. You know what I mean? I got him and he said hopefully might take this week. I don't understand that one, Skunk. I apologize. What's going on, Pixie? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I mean, suggestions are great, but of course, as you guys know, I'm going to do what I want on my live streams. I also don't really feel like starting to play music so that everyone immediately leaves, like, happens, because nobody wants to sit here, really, and listen to me playing acoustic covers for the most part. And I understand it, because number one, I don't want to do that, and number two, most people don't want me to do that. They actually want to talk to me and connect with me deeper. But I do appreciate the suggestions and everything. But I do what I want on my live streams, and if you guys enjoy it, you're more than happy to chill with me and be here. What's going on, Rody? Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Awesome, Rivers. Ultrasound appointment. That sounds beautiful. I hope that goes well. You asked if you were still hanging out Friday. Might take this week as well. Okay, so he's saying you might not hang out this week? I mean, that's strange. That's strange. What's going on, David? Yeah, I mean, it's just very interesting that, whoever it is kind of wanting to, it's kind of like pulling away, not texting so much, not being super communicative, and is kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Like, not wanting to spend time with you. It's a little strange. And like I said, I can only go based off of my experience, but anybody that's truly been interested in me in the past is somebody that wants to communicate with me and really wants to, at least check in, and, even if it's a busy day, they still want to talk, and they should still want to see you. So, it's a little weird, but maybe that's just how they are. They could just be, that could just be how they are. Who knows? Who knows? Favorite tattoo, Laurel? I don't really have one. My logo is these ones here, so I do like these ones, but um, I love them all. I do love them all. They're all good. They're all good. Do, 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 do. Well, I'm glad you ended up finding your shoes, Luna. The situation with me saying that you addressed me properly, it's just stream lore. It goes back very, very far. Honestly, uh, it's hard to whip it out right now and kind of explain it in super depth, but it's just stream lore. So I say that to anybody that calls me one of the many appellations that apply to me, for the community. So the one that you called me is one of them, but there's many others. And that is just a bit of stream lore for you and community lore. He already took last week to himself. What, did you have a fight or something, Skunk? Like what exactly is going on with that? What is even happening? Thank you so much, Pretty Bands. I appreciate that. Yep, it only takes a few seconds to send a message. Exactly, exactly. Hearts, thank you so much. I appreciate that as well. Glad you think so. Eve, welcome to the stream. Hello. I'm sorry you gave yourself a stomach ache, Luna. Tezza, thank you very much. I'm glad you think so. Next time he texts me, I'm just going to ask if he wants this relationship or not. Hey, sometimes being direct like that is a good idea. It can be. It can be a good idea. Hopefully, you get what you want out of it. And maybe it isn't the answer that you want. But again, ultimately, if you find out through being direct that you're at cross purposes and this person technically doesn't really want it as badly as you do, or the feelings aren't super reciprocated, whatever it might be, that's a good thing ultimately. Yeah, so if there was no fight, Skunk, then it's probably just a situation where he may not be feeling as he used to, perhaps. But again, this is just my speculation. I don't know the inner workings. I do not. But going off of the surface level, that's all I can do. That's all I can say. Good night, Laurel, and welcome to the community. Oh, you're actually not following me, Laurel, so I probably won't see you again, but I appreciate that you like the aura, and it was great having you here while you were here. Have a great night. And it was nice having you pop in and stop by in the stream. Pixie, yes. Therapy session, I guess. It's we talk about whatever's going on in the chat. Whatever's going on, whatever's going down, that's what we talk about. Sometimes I'll get up on a tangent, but we just talk about what you guys are saying. I respond to you, I answer your questions, and I give advice the best I can. I try. A lot of you guys want to know what I think. You like what I have to say. So I try to provide it the best of my ability. Well then, Laurel, I will say this in advance. Welcome to the community officially. And yeah, we'd love to have you a part of the Discord. For sure, for sure. Exactly, Mystic. That's what happens. That's what happens when they sort of change. It's just a completely you didn't have a fight. It's a completely unexpected change from what it was before. The way that they are toward you, things like that. You kind of feel a shift, and when something happens like that, it's not the most surprising. And again, it doesn't always have to happen like that. But when that occurs, it can be a portent of things to come. For sure. Unfortunately. And if whoever it is kind of leaves you on red and isn't even caring enough to respond and these things like that, then ask the question that you want to ask. What's going on here? But this is obviously somebody that doesn't, I don't know, do they really take it that seriously? If those are the things that are occurring, I don't know. 7K likes, by the way, guys. Absolutely killing it. Absolutely killing it. Doing good so far. But yeah, that's kind of when you know that things are mad weird. Like things are just weird and they shouldn't be this way. Is when you kind of find yourself constantly like stressed or upset or worried about what's going on, things like that. It's like I don't know. Should I be in a relationship that makes me just upset, stressed, and like spiraling every day? Probably not. Probably not. Do yourself a favor. The answer is always good, Zoe. And yes, I've answered it about 17 times so far. The real question is, how are you? That's what I care about. I don't think she was asking you, Skunk. But thank you for the great question, Rivers. I do appreciate it. Getting us on a different topic, because honestly, I've been speaking on Skunk's relationship since we started. But again, it's only because nobody else has really said much. Most of you guys are just sitting back and letting me rant on this one topic. So thank you, Rivers. No, not really. Not really. Honestly, no. one of my cousins did play guitar for a while. So, but he was never somebody that necessarily like got as involved in it. So he just kind of did it as a thing that he did, hobby. But for the most part, with me, I've been on my own. I've been on my own with it. That's always just been me. So that's been the situation with that. And that's a cool question. I'm sure, I'm almost positive you guys have asked that one, but it's been a long time. So it's always good to get asked questions that I've been asked. I mean, there's only so many questions you can ask a person, right? But also, at the same time, it's been so long, I think, since I've been asked that question that I'm almost positive that nobody remembers. Nobody remembers. Yep. Well, the questions are good, again, because nobody wants to sit here and just watch me kind of like stare at an empty chat and have nothing to say. Nothing to respond to. What's going on, Repel? Ricky, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Repel, thanks for the Rosa. Thank you for the Rosa. Welcome back, Evelyn. Yeah, I know, Luna. I know. You mentioned that. And that's good. I am glad. Yeah. Huh. That's strange, Skunk. I don't know the context. I mean, that wasn't a bad message or anything, but. Thank you guys for liking the live. We're almost at 10K, by the way. Killing it there. Lee is still here. Look at that. I'm not surprised. Draven, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Evelyn, you're looking at it. I'm here on the stream, doing my thing. And pretty much doing the same things I always do. Because if I were to give up, that would not be good. If I were to stop, that would not be good. So everything is going well as long as I am continuing to do what I do. And thanks, Repel. I'm glad you like my hair. But what's new with you, Evelyn? That's the real question. That's what I care about. That's what, I'd rather know. Nancy says, maybe I could get your opinion. The guy I like messages me every day for over a year. Nothing is, Maybe you finished. Nothing is ever said about dating, and I'm afraid to bring it up. I don't want to affect the relationship. Understandable. Understandable, honestly. It happens. I get it. It's hard to bring these things up. Because of course you don't want to ruin it. And I mean, over a year, that's a long time. Hey, if it's really important to you that you understand what you are together, are you a relationship? Are you a thing? you got to ask it. You got to ask it because you're going to hit this crossroads. You should know now. Decide yourself. Decide for yourself. Is this something that you're okay with it not being a real relationship? Because if nothing's ever been said about it being a relationship, then it probably isn't in his eyes. You kind of got to get the verbal confirmation to some degree. So try to ask. Do your best, because you're never going to know unless you're okay with it being what it is, you know? But my opinion is it's probably, in his eyes, not a committed thing if you haven't got that kind of confirmation. Good night, Lee. If you had to advise to anyone about anything, what would I be? I'm assuming you're talking about what would it be. If I had to like impart one piece of advice on I would say you really have to understand that the amount of time that you have to exist on the earth is so small that if you do not get off of social media, or, like during the day, obviously at night, you're just chilling, you're relaxing. Different story. We're here right now. What else are we going to be doing? But during the day, if you don't get off your butt and go do things, and start living your life, if you want to travel, you got to do it. Like, do not put things off until tomorrow. Do not decide not to go for the goal that you really wanted to achieve, because you've only got so much time to exist. Literally, you have such a small amount of time to do anything, that you do not want to keep putting it off. You are going to feel like a failure at the end of your life if you do not do the things that you wanted to do. It's so important. So that's probably it, The finitude of existence is huge. Huge. So really spend your life effectively, because every single day is another day spent. You know what I mean? You got to do it. So that's a good question, Zoe. What's going on, Julio? Maria, what's going on? Welcome back. You should ask Nancy, absolutely. Evelyn says, what has happened new this year? I had a birthday. I'm doing some courses to design and do tattoos. Incredible. That's amazing. And I'm glad to hear it. Again, you're doing something right there where you're not spending your existence on nothing. You know what I mean? And again, some people have no true higher goals, and that's fine. If that's really how you want to exist, everybody has different preferences. But all I'm saying is that your brain wants to always take the path of least resistance. It always does. Anything that your brain has to do requires an immense amount of glucose. Your brain eats that shit up like crazy. It does not want to have to constantly do that. It wants to get dopamine hits the easiest and fastest ways possible. Quickest way to do that, go on social media, go watch a video that you want to watch, things like that. All of a sudden, it's 3 hours later, and what have you done? Nothing. You've done nothing. So, again, use your time wisely. Your time is the most valuable thing that you have to give, period. That's why I appreciate you guys that come here at the end of the day when there really is nothing else left to do in your day. There's nothing else left to do. You're kind of just chilling. Now is your time to have your leisure time. And again, this is why I don't take you guys for granted, and I appreciate you guys so much, because you choose to spend your time here with me. You choose to do that. And your time is the most valuable thing that you can give anyone or anything. So do not think that I take that lightly. I do not. 10K likes, incredible, guys. Thank you so much. Anyways, like I said, I get off on tangents. That's what happens. So Evelyn saying that she was doing all those things, that's amazing. And there was my tangent. What's going on, Alfredo? Welcome to the stream. I'm not going to do that, Repel. I'll do what I want with my hair when I want to, though. And thank you, Zoe. Yeah, it is good advice. It's like I said, it is the best, most effectual advice I can give. Period. And that sounds good, Skunk. That sounds good. Give it some time. If you're okay with holding out until Friday, then do it. You know, let it sit. And Zoe says, I love spending my time here, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Maria says, I missed this. I missed Jackson's streams before I go to sleep. You know what, Maria? The community has absolutely felt the same. And it is great to have you here. It's great to have you back because, yeah, you know, it's been a while since you've been able to be here. But that's partly my fault, right? That's partly my fault because I haven't at all been going live early enough to accommodate most of the community, and that's my fault. So it's understandable that you haven't been able to be here because of work, because you've got a lot going on. You have. Thank you, Giovanna. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. If I could know the absolute truth about one thing, probably two things. Number one, how the universe began is number one. And number two is what consciousness actually is at a fundamental level. Because those are two of the biggest questions that we literally do not have answers to. In terms of science, anyway. Because again, you guys know I'm a very science-minded individual. But that's basically it, guys, is if I could have one question answered, it would either be how the universe truly began, and what consciousness really actually is, and how it is, how and what. So Eve says, looks like an AI. Eve, people say that at least a few times every stream, so I'm used to it. I think last night was the world record, though. Last night, I think I got, are you AI? Because of how I look and also because of the stream quality that I give you guys, that it happened like 10 times last night. HVGT. I appreciate it. Thank you. I do appreciate it very much. But yeah, like I said, people say that all the time. I take it as a compliment because, like you said, you meant it as a compliment. Yeah, I get it. And it doesn't surprise me at all that your first thought is like, whoa, wait a second here. Evelyn says, I'm getting into art a lot and it's so broad. Maybe that's what I'll focus on next time. And you should. You should. I mean, obviously, it's something that you gravitate toward. Obviously, it's something that you really enjoy. You know, that matters a lot. That matters a lot. What's going on, Morgana? Welcome back. Welcome back. River's great. Are you trying to volunteer at these jobs or are you trying to actually like get hired? Because I know that for a time you were kind of going more down the volunteer route, right? So what kind of employment are you looking for with these two new jobs? I'm curious. Now we got a question for you. It is my fault, Maria. Like Argentina is only like 1 hour before my time. So it's not like we're 6 hours apart and I can't help it. It truly is. It truly is my fault. This is not just from because of you. This is for everybody. Me going live earlier allows me to accommodate more of you guys. So don't worry, Maria. It's not on you. I've been saying it for a month, maybe longer, that I'm going to go live sooner. I promise you guys I will. I want to accommodate more of you. And, finally we are doing that. But it's definitely on me. I promise. And that's okay, Maria. That's okay. And I appreciate you trying to understand, Evelyn. I do. I appreciate it. I don't think I said that, though. I don't think I said that. Actual jobs, Rivers. Incredible. Incredible. What's going on, Kat? Welcome back. Trampoline park and a fair for the summer. Incredible. Whatever you think you'll enjoy at least a little bit and make some money. You know what I mean? That's great. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Oh, don't be sorry, Evelyn. Don't be sorry. It is okay. Like I said, you try your best. You try your best to understand. And thank you for the heart me as well, Repel, also. Thank you guys for liking the live. Actually, the likes on the live are mad slow tonight. That's too bad. I think we went up 1K in like 10 minutes. That's too bad. That's too bad. Della, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. Cat says, scrolling TikTok, saw you, so I had to stop in to say I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's nice to see you again. Yeah, Maria, you certainly are. Yeah, Maria. It's not uncommon. It's not uncommon. Cultures that are centered around work and nightlife and things like this. I get it. I get it. It's very, very easy to get wrapped up in what society kind of tells you is you need to be constantly working. And again, like that's what I do. I work all day, then I come home, get ready for the stream and get ready for more work tomorrow, and then I work more because here I am with you guys right now. This isn't me, I'm not like sitting down reading my book. I'm not watching a YouTube video. I'm here. So almost all of my day is dedicated to work. But on the weekends, I'm doing more work. I'm focusing a little bit more on trying to get new songs released for you guys, things like that on the weekends, editing videos for you guys. That's the times when I'll start compiling the clips for the Jackson Downer Clips YouTube channel and Instagram and things like that. So it's a lot of work for me, but these are things that I enjoy. Like, this is just the kind of person that I am. So again, like, if you're somebody that really doesn't want to work, you don't really enjoy working a lot, you kind of just want to relax, but you feel like you're a loser and society makes you feel that way, don't worry. Like, everybody's got their own opinion. Truly, everybody's got their own opinion. It's going to be different depending on who you are. So kind of just do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. But Maria, it kind of sounds like you're the type of person to enjoy working. I mean, you've always really taken pride in what you do for work and stuff like that. So, it is what it is, and more power to you. I think that's great. And in that case, you fit in with your culture's emphasis on work, and that's great. What's going on, Catherine? Kat says exactly. Glad you agree. Catherine, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. River says, the fair, I'll be a host for the games. The trampoline park, I'm making sure kids listen to the rules. Hey, I can see you being good with kids, Rivers. I can see you being good with kids for sure. Yep, eating dinner late. I eat dinner late too. Yep, for sure. I sure do. And I am also very used to being a night owl. I am. But again, it's not just you, Maria. It's the whole community. It's the whole community. It's just how it is. More people are able to be here when I'm live a little bit sooner. How many hours do I sleep? Well, unfortunately, that's where I lack. That's the hard part. Is prioritizing sleep. But that's the thing, is giving myself a little bit less time when I get home from the first part of my workday before I start this part of my day. I have like 3 or 4 hours to do a lot. I have a very in-depth routine of things that I need to get done for the next day, but also like self-care things. And I have to get my daily workout in and everything like that. So the less time I spend doing that, or more like the quicker that I finish those things, I am able to start the stream sooner. And what that means is I get to then end the stream sooner. And then what that means is I get to sleep sooner. But when I start the stream late, like I have for the past month, that's when the difficulty comes in. That is when I get 4 to 5 hours of sleep. And that is miserable because it's every single day. I still make sure I'm here on the stream. I do. Well, last week I actually wasn't because like my lack of sleep was so bad that I couldn't even do it. But yeah. So even just starting the stream earlier is even beneficial to me. And the more sleep that I'm able to get also allows me to be here and sharp and in a better mood, and just able to perform better here on the stream with you guys as well. So, oh, I know you will, Rivers. I know you will. Yeah, Evelyn, I was just talking about how I need to sleep more. But that's what I'm saying is me starting the stream soon. Well, I'm not going to reiterate it. And I know that you don't understand half of what I'm saying. So I won't even respond because I already just spoke like 5 minutes worth. Thanks for sharing the live, Cat. Appreciate that. I sure do. 14K likes. All right, so somebody, Kat, you were doing good with liking the live. I do appreciate that. Concerts is new here. That's cool. That's cool. Welcome to the stream. And I'm sorry to hear that you had to leave your job. But yeah, sometimes that's the only thing you can do. You know, that's the only thing you could do to make things bearable for you. You know, if that's the only thing, then you should get done. You should, because like I said, you've only got so much time in your life and in your existence to be able to even exist on the face of this planet. Good night, Evelyn. Um, that's just the facts. So if you're having a miserable life, because again, work is work happens to be the place where you spend the most amount of time in your entire life. If you work full time, which most people have to. And so you kind of got to be sure that you enjoy it, at least not hate it. You really don't want to hate it. That's no way to live your life. So, more power to you. Concerts. Annie, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. My hair's so fucking annoying to me tonight. It always is when I first shower. Concerts, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. MSI Problematic, hello, and welcome to the stream. And thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. I do not know. But you guys have been doing pretty good in the chat, so that's always good. That's always good. We haven't had too many breaks in conversation, which I do love. I thrive on that. Yeah, I mean, my hair isn't bushy after the shower. It's not so much that. It's actually flatter. It's, it doesn't act like it should. And I don't love it. It doesn't sit right. It's primarily just because it's so. Number one, it's humid. I mean, I guess it's not bad because the humidity has been rising. Thankfully, it's not. Sorry, I meant because it's super dry. It's the lack of humidity makes it terrible. But lately, the humidity has been rising, so it's been making it a little better. But I don't know. I don't know. Yep. Anybody else got anything? Come on now, baby. You gotta give me something to work with. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, baby. Tad coconut oil massaged in, it works. Nice. I don't use coconut oil. But when it is time to condition anyway, I will, in my ends, I'll use argan, but that's it. I don't really ever condition the roots. My scalp kind of provides the oils that part needs, but yeah, I've been reading, of course, of course. Hmm. I finished the entire Aragon series, um, and then I finished the side. There's like a there's two books that the author wrote off to the side. I finished those. Um, so that's kind of been the latest of my reading. Follow me on Goodreads if you want to see the exacts. I read them as a kid, but I read them again recently. I'd imagine it's quiet at the gym. It's pretty late, Luna. It's pretty late. That's good, though. That's good. And I didn't say your scalp, cat. I didn't say that you said scalp. But what I'm saying is the only thing I condition is my ends. And the issue with my hair after the shower is not my ends. It's the roots of my hair that provide the problem. So I felt the need to clarify that I'm talking about um, the ends when I condition anyway. It's so fucking annoying, dude. I fucking hate it so much. Like, I actually hate it. But yeah. It's too bad. We're kind of having a more quiet stream tonight. That is too bad. That's what it is, though. Maybe that means I get to have more sleep tonight. I mean, that would be cool. Hey, 18K likes, though. I think that's all. I think Cat's killing it. Yeah, that's you, Cat. You're killing it with the likes. You sure are. And I appreciate that. How do I spend my time? Concerts. That's a solid question. That's a solid question. I could dig that question. Um, I work a lot, you know. Um, the thing with me though, everything that I do for work does directly benefit me. So everything I put in, I get out of it as well. So when it comes to working for me, it's not a difficult thing. Like, I actually enjoy working. Um, so I do a lot when it comes to working. It's about three primary things I do: music, that's what I'm known for, that's what I do, and then um, streaming, which actually I'm also known for that, and that's also what I do. But then I also have a company of my own that during the daylight hours I do a lot of work for. So, three primary things: operating at a high level. I don't have much free time, much spare time as a result. But again, like, this is the sort of stuff that I enjoy because I enjoy doing things that I get a lot out of. But also, I enjoy setting goals and achieving them, like real life goals. So, those are kind of the three realms that I operate within. And it's a good question. It's a good question. I do enjoy that question. It's so funny how it changes day to day, the stream. I think yesterday's stream was the best stream that I have ever had in, well, it was one of the best streams that we ever had in months. Months. I mean, the whole stream. Incredible. It was so good, baby. It was so good. The night's quieter. And I'm even live earlier. Who knows why the algorithm does what it does? I don't. I truly don't. It's miserable when you don't love it concerts. That's kind of exactly correct. That's exactly how it is. It's so difficult to do work that makes you miserable because again, like you spend if you work full time, which most people do, you spend most of your time being miserable. Like most of every day of your life, you spend miserable. No one wants that, and you shouldn't put yourself through it. As for me, like obviously with my own company, I chose what I wanted to do with that company. I chose what to do with music. I chose to do that. I wanted to do that. I enjoyed that. That came from a passion for it. Same thing with streaming. So, it because it takes a lot of my time, it is hard. It's hard in a relative sense. Everybody works hard, but everybody that works hard. Even if you have a super great job that everybody wishes they could have, like it's still hard. You still work hard, and it's still time that you could be just lounging about and doing nothing. Um, but yeah. Hey, there's another one. Soul says, "You are AI." No, I am not. But I get that question multiple times per stream, and I am not surprised. Any single time you guys ask, no, I am not AI, but I take it as a compliment. I appreciate it, but I am not. No. I understand why so many of you think so, though. Last night we were joking. We were joking last night saying that I should actually put in my stream description, no, I am not AI. Just to dispel uh that question. Because it's so funny how often I get it. Concerts, whatever you decide to do next in your career path, I hope that you enjoy it too. I do. I hope that you enjoy it. Do you think it's easy to work in something about music? If I studied international business, I don't know. Um, I don't know how international business would necessarily apply. I mean, that's a pretty niche business. Like, there's business and then there's international business. That's an interesting niche. Very interesting. Um, what I would say about that is business in general, just the larger, more umbrella category of business can definitely benefit you. I think that would be helpful in anything that you do. But if you really want to use like international business specifically and like utilize all the sort of lessons that you were taught and all the classes you had to go through to get that particular specialty, you might want to look into like working at a record label, something like that, because some big record labels are international. They are. So no AIs are this convincing. No AIs are this convincing. Literally. No AI video is this good. And nobody's able to, no AI is able to like respond this fast and have the way that I speak, like AI is not where it needs to be completely indiscernible from reality. So no, of course I'm not AI. But I'm sorry that again, like I said, I'm not going to take it as an insult because you saying sus and oh, the video quality is so good, the audio quality is so good. Like, again, I'm sorry that I do the best that I possibly can to give you guys the best stream possible. For those of you that are new here, I come from Twitch. On Twitch, I was able to use all of my good gear to be able to give you guys incredible quality streams. But TikTok wanted to be able to actually get me over here and get me off of Twitch. So they did allow me to bring over my good gear and give you guys the same quality streams that we used to have on Twitch. And here we are. Because honestly, for a lot of other reasons, I do enjoy TikTok more. So one thing that I didn't really love about it was that I could only use like my crappy phone camera. But thankfully they were able to get me onto the quality that I really wanted to be able to give you guys. And that was kind of the final straw. Now here we are, full time. No more Twitch. Yugi, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Scott, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community as well. Hey, Sophia. Yes, I do, Sophia, but most of the people here in the stream speak English, so I can't really... There's not much I can do. I can't, like, just only... I can't speak Spanish to, like the 2 or 3 of you in here that only speak Spanish. That's the difficult thing for me. I do wish, though, what I do wish was that TikTok had captions that allowed you guys to be able to just get English transcribed to Spanish captions. That would be beautiful. So then you guys could see everything I'm saying live in the moment. Yes, indeed, Anna. I do. I'm not perfect at it, but I try my best. I know enough to get me by. You know what I mean? Enough to get me by. So, Shermosa, thank you. I appreciate that, Shermosa. But yeah, that's great, Anna. That's great. Like I said to Sophia, Anna, I know that there's a few of you in here that speak mostly Spanish and very little English. A huge percentage of the fan base of mine when it comes to the stream and when it comes to my music is from South America. So it's pretty Spanish language speaking in a lot of cases, but still the majority is English speaking, and I'm not perfect with Spanish by any means, so that's why I speak English on the streams and everything. But hello, thank you. I appreciate that very much. I'm glad you think so. And that's okay, Rivers. Sleeping, I've got that relaxing voice for you. Tremosa, thank you for sharing the live. And welcome to the stream as well. Hello. But thank you. I appreciate that. I know I already said it, but thank you again. Tremosa, thank you as well. Thank you for that also. I appreciate it. And welcome to the stream as well. And thank you all who have shared the live, reposted the live, everything, guys. You're killing it. Thank you for all the likes on the live. You guys are doing amazing. I really do appreciate it. You guys are killing it so far. Alyssa, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. How are you, Charmosa? How are you, Hella? Anna, you popped into the chat, and I didn't even know you were up in the stream. Let me know how you're doing. Zoe, thank you for the heart me, and Charmosa, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate that. And welcome to the stream and the community, as I already said, but I'm from the US. Hello. Where are you from? Where you from? I appreciate it, guys. You guys are killing it. You're already coming in with some seriously good stuff here. Brazil. Love it, Ella. Love it. Huge amount of the listeners of my music are from Brazil. A huge amount. A huge amount, actually. Brazil is one of the very few places where my music has actually been on the radio, like on Brazilian radio and stuff like that. So Brazil has been Brazil's shown me a lot of love for like the past 5-6 years now. Incredible. Yes, Hella, I do music. That's what I'm known for. That's what I do. That's what I'm known for. So yeah, you can easily find my music. Easily. Search my name on Spotify. Search my name on Apple Music. Go to my Instagram. Go to my TikTok profile. You'll find it. You'll find it easily. Maria, hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Alyssa says, how are you tonight? Orlando, Florida here. We love Florida. I'm doing great. How are you? Hello, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community and sounds good. Enjoy. Enjoy. Yeah, Zoe, there is a way. There's a way to turn on captions like as an accessibility feature. So anything that comes through your phone's audio will get captioned. But Zoe, the situation isn't so much the captions as it is automatically transcribed from English to Spanish captions. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I don't know if the iPhone accessibility features offer. Because yes, they do transcribe to English, but I don't know if they translate and transcribe auto caption at the same time. You could change it to Spanish, Zoe, yes, but that's not translating from English to Spanish. That's just changing, that's just transcribing Spanish words to Spanish text. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different level of complexity to get auto translations and transcriptions at the same time. So again, what I'm asking is maybe that is possible, but I don't necessarily think so. Because it will do captions, but I don't know if. Well, that's not what I'm talking about, Zoe. Oh, yeah, no, that is what I'm talking about. English to Spanish, not Spanish to English. I don't really go into the state that I'm in, Alyssa, um, like publicly, but I'm in the northeast of the U.S. Some of my favorite songs to play. I mean, I don't really do a ton of covers or anything like that. Typically, what I just write and produce my own music. So my favorite songs to play and do are my own, really. Good question though. Good question. Yeah, it's mainly my own. I do my own thing. My favorite. My favorite song of my own. I don't know. They're not it I mean, you're kind of asking on a more performative level. I don't really know if I can answer that. But my favorite song of mine to listen to would probably be my newest one. Cuz again, like I hear my songs a billion times before they're even released to you guys because I have to track them, mix them, master them, um, release them, and then do post-release work on them too. So there's a lot going on, and the amount of times I've heard every single one of my songs is ridiculous, right? But I do, and it's not just because it's my most recent one, but I really do enjoy my most recent one a lot. But Self Talk is probably, like, in terms of my pop punk sort of metal sort of songs, probably Self Talk is like my favorite in that genre. After the stream or whenever you're able to, you can check them out. Um, oh, there you go. You're going to check them out right now and you'll be back. Sounds good, Alyssa. Sounds good. Like the best way and the best place to go is going to be Spotify and Apple Music, though, to be fair, because I don't have all of my songs released in video format. I mean, granted, in the on my artist page, like on my TikTok profile, it's an artist profile. Right below my username, you'll see artist. There's a music note section in the tabs on my TikTok profile. You can click the music note and you can get the like 1 minute snippet of each of my songs because you can use them. You can use my own songs in your TikToks and in your stories and things like that. They're there. But if you want to hear the full songs and actually see the full discography that I have, then Spotify and Apple Music is one of the best places to go for that. But if you want the quick dose, then TikTok's fine. TikTok's fine. I already answered that, Zoe. Already answered it, and once again, I have said this about a billion times on the stream. I don't talk about what state I'm in. So I don't need personal questions being answered for me when it comes to where I'm located, because that's why I don't really go into exactly where I'm at. in terms of these things, just because it's a question of safety. You know, when you're public, with these sort of things. I did make the mistake in the past of talking about it, so it's not your fault, Zoe. It's not your fault. But Brittany, you haven't sent a single message in the stream at all. So I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody was talking to you at all when they were talking about state. I was answering Alyssa's question about where I'm at. But yeah. I thought I was crazy for a second. You haven't said anything in the chat at all. But what are you talking about? Mental state? Like, I'll try and answer your question, but I just don't understand what you're talking about. I've done live shows before, yeah. Yeah. Zodiac sign, Scorpio. Escorpiana. That's the one. That is hilarious, Brittany. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream, by the way, Brittany. What's going on, Maddie? Welcome back. Which one has been the best? That's a good question. That's a good question. Honestly, that's a really good question. I mean, honest, every show I've played has pretty much been fun. I've enjoyed every show I played. I don't know if any of them stand out in particular. I don't really know if any of the ones I've done like stand out. But that is a great question, by the way. Like, I am not taken away from the fact that I actually think that question's pretty awesome. It's a pretty great question. But all of the shows I've done have been like really equally enjoyable. I enjoy all the shows I've done this like pretty much the same. Every show is a little bit different. There's different people. It's a different venue. But like the level of enjoyment that I get out of it, regardless of if it was a massive crowd or if it was a more personal crowd, I don't know. I always enjoyed it. Pretty much the same. Like I said, Zoe, it is my fault for talking about it in the past. So, like I said to you already, you don't have to worry about it. What do I do and stuff? Jeez, I do. I play most instruments. I do. Most instruments in existence, I play, but I am a solo artist, so all of the instrument, everything you hear is just me. It's just music. It's music that I've written from start to finish. So I play all the instruments. I do all the vocals, everything like that. Of course, concerts. I mean, I certainly want to, and yeah, like I want to do international tours and things like that. I think that'd be great. I think that would be beautiful. Anna agrees. Look at that. I love it. I love it. It's a great suggestion. Cause yeah, like I really do want to. But once I see that it's kind of a little bit more um once I know for absolute sure that we are going to be able to fill a big venue with all of you guys in each place that I go to along the way, then we're going to do it. I'm 100% going to do it. Absolutely. Welcome back, Luna. How was the workout, Luna? How'd it go? That's what I want to know. Yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoy my music, I really do appreciate it. I'm glad that you do. Um, if it's not your type of music, that's fine too. Like, I'm glad that you like the stream at least. I do multiple things. You know what I mean? I've like 3 separate YouTube channels. I've got everything that I do here on TikTok. I've got my music, which is aside from all that. That's over on Spotify, Apple Music, and things like that. There's so many different things that I do for you guys to be able to enjoy, engage with, things like that. So if you don't happen to like my music, that's great. Like, that's totally fine with me, because you're here on the stream, you enjoy me as a person, you like hanging out with me here, and that's great. Like, that's the good stuff. In a lot of cases, like, that almost matters even more to me, because here on the stream is where you guys get a lot of my ideas and opinions, and you ask me what I think about certain things, or you ask me for advice, you ask me questions, whatever it might be. And that's stuff that I value a lot. So sounds good, Luna. Get that mile run. You got this thing. I heard that honey is really good for my hair, so I looked how to use it, and now it's really dry. I would not recommend honey for your hair. No, I would not. I would not at all recommend honey for your hair. Absolutely not. No. What I would recommend, if you have dry ends and you're trying to restore life into the ends of your hair, you should not need to use oil or anything like that, or honey in your roots to any degree. Let your scalp do what it's going to do. But when it comes to your ends, use argan oil is number 1 recommendation. Number 2 is, if you can't use that, you don't want to use that, or whatever reason you have for not following the number 1 recommendation, go with coconut oil probably. But argan oil is like number 1. Number 1. I hate when the hair tie snaps, Luna. I hate it. In your gym bag, you should go prepared next time. In your gym bag, put like a brand new pack of hair ties in your gym bag, and then you'll be golden from there, right? But yes, Zoe, the answer is I do know what you should do, and I gave you that advice. And what other things do I do? Um, I don't know. I don't remember when you joined the stream. I did kind of talk about it briefly earlier, but I have my own company. I do work with my own company. And again, I don't get into super specifics with it just because it's a public company and things like that, but I also do live streaming and then I also do music. These are the three primary things that I do. But again, each one of the three things, the three primary things that I do, have multiple offshoots off of them, because with music, I write and produce, create within two separate genres entirely. So there's something, for a lot of you guys within what I do with music, but that's double the work. When it comes to the live stream, I'm not just here live. I'm also working to get you guys additional content off of the streams. I'm making sure that I'm clipping out the best moments from the streams for you guys, uploading to that YouTube channel and those particular Instagram and TikTok profiles that I have for the clips from the live stream. Then I also have to upload the full stream from every single night to that YouTube channel. Things like that. And then anytime that we do a gaming stream here on TikTok, I edit down all the gaming streams to just the gaming, and make that a nice watchable video for the gaming channel. So, there's just a lot that goes on with the stream. There's so much content that comes from the stream itself, in addition to just the stream being live, like it is right now. And then with my company, that's, so many hours of my day, every single day, that I'm either doing administrative work for, but I don't just own the company, I'm also the operator of the company. So I'm actively working, but I'm also having to run the company, as well. So it's a lot. Nancy, thank you for sharing the live. Really appreciate that. Kaylee, thank you for the rose times 2. And welcome to the stream as well, Kaylee. And thank you, Anna. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I try my best to, work hard and give you guys the best experience that I can when it comes to any of my content, but also give you guys the most that I can. The highest quality, but riding the line between highest quality, but also not focusing on that too much to the degree that nothing is ever getting released. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to like doing things, you can be too much of a perfectionist where you're too worried about it being perfect that you never actually do anything. There's the other side of it, that you are way more focused on quantity over quality. That's not good either. The real thing that you want to do is, obviously everything's about a balance, right? You want to find the perfect balance between quality and quantity. And that's what I try to do. But everything that I do at this point, of course, is so routinized that, a lot of it's muscle memory now. I have my systems worked out. I know exactly what I'm doing. So it does allow me to, on paper, it sounds like it's a lot. Actually, you know what? It probably doesn't even sound like as much as it is, to be fair. Because it's hard for anyone to really understand how much goes into all of it. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I'll just put it that way. You're a perfectionist as well. Yeah. Well, you get it. You from that perspective, you get it. Mm-hmm. And thank you for liking the live, Luna. I do appreciate it. I think that is amazing. Yeah, and I appreciate it a lot. I do. Yeah, if you're writing a book or something and you are being too focused on pedantic little details, then it will just be, you'll just never finish. You'll never release anything. So yeah, you definitely have to find that balance between, is this good? Am I just focusing too much? Am I just like too worried about, is it good or not? Have I refined this enough to where I can be happy with it? Like, I know it's hard. It's hard because you want to be truly happy with whatever you do. But I think that you can be if you step away. Cuz, being a perfectionist when it comes to music, right? Like I'm tracking a new song. I've heard it 1,000 times during the course of tracking it that day, let's say. It's really hard to find that spot of feeling like, okay, this is perfect. I almost never feel that feeling until I go to sleep, wake up the next day, and then listen to it. Once I've listened to it again the next day, after kind of letting my brain and my body just have a break from it, repair, get a good night's sleep, I can start to look back on it in a different mindset. And then I can really start to feel like, that, yeah, that's good. Like that's mad good. Okay, we're good. I bet, Luna. Yeah, I mean, the feeling after a workout, whether you want to call it tingly or whatever you want to call it, it's an amazing feeling. Not just physically either, mentally as well. Mentally is a huge part of it too. Yeah, you got to go back to it, Luna, exactly, with drawing, with pretty much anything. If you're a perfectionist, you've got to step away. You've got to step away. Revisit it the next day, and you're kind of a new person. You're a refreshed person. You're not super into like the same mode that you were when you were working on it, because when you were working on it, you were thinking so much about the things that you did wrong or the things that you could have slightly done better, all that sort of stuff. 20002, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. What's one thing most people misunderstand about me trying to ask random questions? Well, lately, the thing that people misunderstand most about me is that they think I'm AI. They come in the stream and they think I'm AI. Uh, so there's a good answer. And it's a compliment. And I love it. I love that misunderstanding. It is quite nice, actually. I think it's awesome. It's for sure difficult to love something made by you. Exactly. Exactly. Agreed, Anna. It's difficult until you give it a night. Once you give it a night, then you can start to appreciate it more. At least more. Maybe not 100%, but more. And that's half the battle. Nami, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yes, exactly, Nami. With anything, when it comes to creating something, if you are a perfectionist, which a lot of people who create things are perfectionists, because it's natural. You're making it. you want it to be good. Whenever it comes to people that create things, it's very easy to get too wrapped up in the process and maybe your little slight mistakes. Once you give it a rest, you wake up the next day, you revisit it with fresh eyes, fresh brain. It can really change your perspective, and it really does change your perspective. Sometimes you actually go back and you're like, oh, this is actually even worse than I thought. But that's rare. That doesn't happen very often. Most cases, you're just like, okay, yeah, like I actually can't live with this. I do like this. This is good. Almost always with music that occurs. Paula, hello, welcome back. There's only so much you can do when you finish a drawing, though, Luna. Like, there's literally only so much you can do. There's only so much. I mean, you've obviously got the outline done, and then you could add more shading here and there, but then there's only so much shading you can add, and then from shading, it's like there's only so much color you can add. I know what you mean, though. Like, you always feel like there's something more you could add, but there's not, because you get to the point where you're actually just overdoing it and it's too much and it's actually not good, and you don't want to do that. Exactly. I'm gonna run to the bathroom super quick, guys. Give me just a minute. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat for a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay. And Zoe, thank you for the heart puff and the pop ×1. I appreciate it. I will be right back. Just a moment. She did ask that already, yeah. But anyway, here we are. We're gonna be in the last. Leg of the stream here. We're not gonna go. We gotta get the focus issue figured out here. We're gonna be in the last leg of the stream now. We're not gonna be going for a whole lot longer, but we will get it going, get the last bit of it going. Isella, welcome back and thank you for the heart me. Appreciate that. Isella speaks Spanish, Paula. Anna does too. Yes, Anna does too. Sandra, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Well, I know you speak other languages, Isella, but I'm just saying that you are literally from Mexico. Spanish is your mother language. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Zoe. Is 2 years is good, but it's not enough. It's not enough. It's good though. It's better than none, and it will help you understand some. You know, especially, I mean, when you're at the level of like 2 years, I think it gives you a good basis for understanding like important words that are said, but it doesn't give you what you need quite yet in order to speak. Thank you, Lex. I appreciate that. Thank you for the hat and mustache, Isella. Appreciate that. I do. So there you go, Paolo. You have your answer. Wow, Luna. So you've just kind of got like practical lessons. You've had practical lessons. That's always good. Zoe, you can ask if you have questions that you want to know the answers to, then you can ask them. But otherwise, I'm just gonna go with the flow. You know, that's what I always do is talk about what's going on in the chat, answer questions if there are some, or just talk about what's being said. You know how this operates. If you have a question that you want to know, I will answer it to the best of my ability. And thank you, Yanni. I appreciate that. I didn't say need to know. I said want to know, which is curiosity. Yeah, Luna, I mean, learning anything is good. Learning anything is a really good thing. So, getting even just a brief introduction to a new language is nice. It's a nice thing. It's a good thing. Curiosity is good. Because like I was just saying, like learning a new thing each day is really good. I think. I think it's important. I already saw your question, Zoe. What's going on, Kat? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Luna. Just learning anything. One new thing each day is what you should strive for, but way more than that would be even better. That would be even better. Uh, just doing the stream, Kat. Just doing the daily stream. You know how it goes. How are you? One thing, the biggest problem in the world that no one talks about. I don't know if there is a singular. I don't know if there is a singular biggest problem. I genuinely don't. Thank you for the go popular, Acela. A singular biggest problem. And you should, Luna. You should. Making it your goal to do that. That's what your goal should be. That's a huge piece of advice that I always give is try and learn at least one new thing every day. Try. Especially because we live in a day and age when we actually have all of human knowledge in our pocket. And we take it for granted. We take it for granted to the absolute extreme. But almost every answer to every question you could ask is in your pocket. And before 20 years ago, actually, before like 15 years ago, hundreds of thousands of years of humans could not even fathom having that level of power. Imagine this. In your pocket, and if you're on the stream right now, in your hand currently, you hold more knowledge and more power than any king, any queen, any dictator in the past 300,000 or more years ever had. Not power, but knowledge. And knowledge is power. So power in a lot of ways, especially on the knowledge front. That's amazing. Don't take it for granted. Learn something new every day. If you have a random thought or a random question, ask. Find it out. Because it's actually amazing. It's hard to know, Kat, if you blindly trust what you search. So when you are researching things, do make sure that you try and get multiple opinions and make sure that you are getting multiple sources and verified sources. Because if you just ask AI, you could get a wrong answer or a slightly wrong answer or maybe, something like that. But you can then take the answer that you got and utilize a credible source search engine. There's like, in the health world, there's PubMed, and you can go to PubMed and you can find tons of sources that back this up, peer-reviewed papers and things like that. So there are ways, obviously, of course, to take the answer you've gotten and double, triple, quadruple verify it. But again, don't take it for granted how much power and knowledge you have in the literal pocket. It's crazy. Don't take for granted the knowledge and power that you have. in your hand right now as you were watching this stream. It is mind-blowing. If you went back even 100 years, you would be a god. Like, no one would even be able to fathom how you can do what you can do. So it's pretty amazing, man. Learn something new every day because it's so easy to now, you know? Anything you want to know. Go on YouTube. You want to know how to fix your car? You want to know how to start that new hobby? You want to learn how to paint? You want to learn how to play guitar? Anything, go to YouTube. Boom, there's a video. It's crazy, man. Absolutely insane. Agos, hello. Welcome to the stream. Anna, that's a great question. That's actually a cool question. That's actually a cool question. Would you rather be a pirate or a cowboy? I don't. I think there's an argument to be made for either one. Thank you, Mouse. I appreciate that. There's an argument to be made for either one because I don't love the idea of being like stuck out on the ocean constantly. And if the ship sinks, you're dead. But at the same time, I think a pirate's life is a lot cooler because you can go and visit other countries and you kind of have like a bit more of a lawless nature to you. You're kind of like doing whatever you want. Whereas a cowboy can be a law following, you know, and they're terrestrial. So you don't have to worry about being, you know, stuck on an ocean. You can go visit other towns and settlements and see other people other than your shipmates, things like that. But I don't know. There's a really good argument to be made for both of them for different reasons. And granted, both of them are different eras. Like, typically, the pirates didn't exist around when the cowboys did at the same time. So, I don't know. I think I want to say pirate, though. I do. I want to say pirate. I'm glad you love my opinions, though, Zoe. I appreciate that. John, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. A big problem. Oh, that's cool, Yanni, learning Hebrew. That's a cool language. That's a cool language. Melzy, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. And welcome to the stream as well. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a big problem that no one talks about. Well, it would have had to be talked about if it was a problem that I found out about somehow. So, I don't know. I don't know if I can answer it the way the question was asked. It's too difficult for me. And also because I think that there are just too many. There's so many problems, you know. There's so many problems. I don't think that there's like a single biggest one technically, but good question. That is a good question. I will 100% give you that. And thanks, Melzy. I certainly am. Certainly am. How are you? How are you? That's what I want to know. That's the real question, baby. That's the real question. You guys are hanging in there, man. You guys are hanging in there. Quite a few of you guys that are here in the stream with me now, even if You haven't been in the chat at all. There is quite a few of you that have been here with me in this stream for the 2 hours, the 2 entire hours that I have been live. And that's pretty amazing. I love it. I love to see it. I certainly do. You certainly are, Luna. You certainly are. We just hit the 2 hour mark. Slash, man. I always wish I could have seen Slash live, especially with Guns N' Roses. I really wish I could have seen him live with them. But what concerts made you really, which artist has made you really enjoy a concert? That's a beautiful question. Yeah. Man. Man. Honestly, like almost every artist back in the days of like Warp Tour before it ended. I know it got brought back, but Warp Tour before it ended was like so special. To be fair, like it was so special. I had so many special experiences with artists from those bands that I looked up to so much. Because again, like at that same time of me attending those shows, like I was in the midst of, one of my bands at that time. And like, I don't know, every musical experience, every little thing like that for me has been really pivotal and important. Um, so I don't know if I could lock it down to a particular artist, but Warp Tour in general, that whole festival was amazing. Amazing. And I just had like quite a few experiences and situations during a lot of the Warp Tour like performances where I was like, because like so many of the artists that were there were artists that I just loved so much. I knew the songs. Some of them were on like small stages still. They weren't as big as they are today and things like that. And man, it was so much fun. It was like a it was an experience. It was such an experience. I'm drinking Carcat. I'm drinking seltzer water with lime in it. Ah, Luna, I appreciate you hitting those likes up. You and Kat pretty much like have killed it. 25K likes, just you two for the most part. I think. I think it's been mostly you two. Yeah, Zoe, it's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours. But yes, when time flies when you are having fun and it's not boring. It is 100% the case. When you are having a time like this that we have where we are just constantly on a roll, we're constantly talking, we've always got something to say, to ask, whatever it might be. The time flies so fast, and it hasn't felt like 2 hours for me either. And I'm glad that it's been the same sort of effect for you. I think that's a beautiful thing. Camilla, hello to you. Welcome to the stream. That's pretty cool, Anna. That you had such a good experience at that show. You're not even a fan, but you had such a good experience at that show. Dory, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Well, for me, you're looking at it. I'm here on the stream. It was a good question, though, concerts. Sometimes some of the best questions are the hardest ones to answer. At least personally for me, they're the hardest ones. They're the best ones. Some of them are really good because they're hard to answer, in my opinion. Estella, thank you for the star ×1. I appreciate that. And thank you, Luna. Yeah, the likes help out a lot. They do. I never saw Coldplay. I never saw him. But it's so funny seeing concerts say, Coldplay has incredible concerts. Concerts says, Coldplay has incredible concerts. And Concerts has asked a lot of questions about concerts. I understand why you are named that. Hey Remy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, and I'm doing great. How are you? Yes, Luna, I did notice that you changed your profile photo. I can't really see it, really, but I did notice that it was different. Isella with the emoji. Concerts should know a thing or two about concerts. If you're going to name yourself that, you've got to know a thing or two. A thing or two about concerts. You've got to. I get it, Remy. I get it. It's not easy to deal with. 100%. I know. I understand it. I get it. But the thing is, you are now here with us. You're a part of this community. That's a huge deal. That's a huge deal. We all support each other here. And for anybody that's super new to the community tonight, along with Remy, we do support each other here. That's what we're here for. And over in the Discord, we all talk there outside of the stream. When we're not here in the stream, we talk in the Discord. It's a, it's a big, beautiful community. Whether you're having a beautiful day or a hard day, you're in the right place. Hey Remy, I'm up until almost 4 in the morning every single night, so I get it. Because I'm literally here on this stream with you guys until about 3 in the morning every night. Then I have to get ready for bed, and then I'm not asleep until like 4 in the morning. It ain't easy. And then I wake up at like 8. But Remy, it will improve. Give it time. It always gets better, and like I said, we're here for you. I don't think you're actually following me. You're brand new to the stream, but this is the kind of community that would be here for you. Anna, hey, you're totally welcome. That's what I am here for. Sometimes I do gaming streams. Sometimes I do YouTube reaction streams. But for the most part, this is the format of the daily live stream. This is the format. This is what we do. And this is what most of you guys love the most, is a direct dialogue with me focusing on nothing but what you're saying and responding to it, giving my thoughts, opinions, answering questions, all that sort of stuff. That's what you guys love the most. And honestly, compared to games, compared to YouTube reactions, the other two things that we do, the fact that you guys prefer this format most of all is one of it's such an incredible compliment to me. It is. I see it as just the biggest compliment. Because what I value is that you guys value what I have to say, what advice I have to give, my ideas on things, those sort of things, you know. Because you can go and watch anybody play a game. And I know, like, if you guys enjoy me as a person, my personality, stuff like that, it still comes through in the games. And that you're not going to get anywhere else. Same thing with the YouTube videos and stuff. But this format is completely raw, just me. 100%. There's no crutch for me to rely on. I'm just here with you. That's all we have. That's all we can do in this format. And so again, the fact that you guys prefer this and really love this is huge to me. I do not take it for granted at all. So he says, was something that you believed as a kid that you now know is not actually true? That Santa exists? That's an easy answer. I mean, I'm just giving you like the instant thought that comes to my mind. The instant thought that comes to my mind is that Santa Claus does not actually exist. But when I was a child, I did believe that Santa Claus existed for at least a few years of my life. So, Estella, thank you for those beautiful stickers. I do love those. Concerts, making an account for concerts because Concerts loves concerts and wants to share the concerts that they've gone to. Okay, fair enough. It is hard running on little sleep, Luna. It certainly is. Anna, typically it is The Sims 4, Minecraft, Baldur's Gate 3, Terraria. There's a few more, but those are some of the most recent ones that I was playing. And again, guys, if you are not a part of the Discord community, please let us know. We'll get you an invite sent out so that you can join me and the rest of us in the Discord. But number two, if you're new and you haven't seen a lot of the older streams, they're all on the Jackson Downer TV YouTube channel. You can go watch them. If you want to see the games that I've played in the past that are literally just boiled down to me and the gameplay without any like, hey, welcome to the stream in between. Jackson Downer Gaming, it's there. You want to see the YouTube reaction videos that aren't just a part of a greater whole stream, straight up archive, Jackson Downer clips. All of the YouTube videos I've ever reacted there are boiled down to just the reaction, just those best moments. So it's all there. The content is there for you guys. You just have to go seek it out and subscribe to it and consume it. It's there for you guys. I do this for you. If you've tried to give it time, Remy, then I would have said after year 1, maybe even after 6 months, you probably should have talked to somebody, like a professional. But now that you're coming to me and saying it's been 3 years, I'd really say you need to go talk to a professional, for sure. But like I said, nonetheless, we are here to support you. Even though you are not actually following or like a part of the community officially, it is still advice that I'm going to give because it's pretty easy advice to give. Go talk to somebody. Remy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. You are following now, so hey, what I just said, forget it. Because look at that. You're here. officially. Julie, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. And Concert says, thank you for the advices. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Happy to provide, you know. I appreciate that you guys appreciate it. Miss Stone, thank you for the claps. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you love the streams, Anna. I really am. It means a lot to me. I'm thankful, Anna, that even though you didn't follow me when you first found me yesterday, you still somehow managed to find the stream again tonight. And that's a great thing. That's a beautiful thing. But now you are officially following me, which means you are officially a part of the community. And I love to see that. I'm very pleased. Thank you. Finally. You've heard me say it 1,000 times since yesterday, Anna. But now I'm saying it to you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. Ah, we know Iggy loves the streams, Luna. You are so right. Miss Stone loves The Sims. Anna loves Baldur's Gate 3. Look at that. I'm glad that you love The Sims, Miss Stones. And I'm glad that you love BG3, Anna. Yeah, I love BG3 for sure. And I still haven't played through it all. Like, we have plenty more streams to do before we actually finish out that game. Because the thing about me, guys, with the gaming is I play 0 games in my spare time. As you guys know, as I've definitely elucidated for you earlier, I have no spare time to just play video games. So the only time that I do is the seldom occurrences where I'm doing it on stream. And so as a result, if you go and watch the Jackson Downer TV stream archives of Baldur's Gate Day 1, Day 2, Day 3, Day 4, all the way up to the present day, or the Jackson Downer Gaming channel of just the straight boiled down full gameplay of Baldur's Gate Day 1, Day 2, Day 3, for any of the games that we've done, Sims 4, whatever have you, every single new day is a continuation of the previous day, because I don't play those games unless I'm here on the stream with you guys and recording them for whatever YouTube channel it's going to. So I love to hear it, Anna. I'm glad you are going to be checking it out. That's good, Remy. No, that's very good that you have therapy today. I think that's really what you probably need if you've been dealing with it for a while, you know? And the thing is a therapist is going to be able to trust me, Remy, you are not the first person to go to a therapist but not think that they can express themselves very well. So, you know, I think part of what therapists and counselors and psychiatrists are trained to do is to fully understand that people communicate completely differently. There's very different ways that people communicate, and some people are not great at communicating their feelings, and some people are. But these are professionals, you know, that you're dealing with, and they'll be able to help you through that hurdle. So, yeah, Miss Stone, exactly. It makes sense. It makes sense. They might, yeah, I mean, with any help that you get, Zoe or Remy, you have to be willing to open up. They can't force you to open up. So yes, you'd be wasting your money if you're going to a therapist being like, I'm not telling them anything. But the thing is with a therapist, like, they'll take your $300 an hour, or however expensive they are, whatever. It's not cheap though. They'll take your $100 an hour, let's give it a low ball, and they don't care if you say anything. So if you want to like play that game, then they'll take your money and stuff like that. But if you're like what Remy was saying, is it's hard to communicate their feelings. Well, if you're trying and you're giving the therapist something to work with, then they're going to work with you and they're going to do their best to help extract the information that they're trying to get out from you. And that's good, Remy. Insurance covers it. But yeah, it can be expensive. It can be expensive, but it's not really, Anna, because again, like I said, like don't freak out too much, because with insurance, yet again, you don't pay anything. With insurance, you don't pay anything. You are paying for your insurance, but you're not paying, in a lot of cases, you're not paying a ton for your insurance. In other cases, you are paying it. It just depends on what kind of plan you have with insurance. But insurance is ridiculous to a level where if you're going through insurance to pay for something, then whatever provider you're going to will charge more purposely, because they know that the patient isn't paying anything for it. So they purposely charge more. But no, it's not that crazy. There's trade-offs with anything. Everybody that says, oh, well, we have free healthcare, it's so much better. Well, there are just as many downsides to free healthcare or cheap healthcare as there are for countries where you have to pay for your healthcare. And there's a reason why countries like mine have the best healthcare, because it's not socialized, and it does encourage the healthcare system to want to make money and actually try its best to innovate and do better and provide the best care. But again, there are downsides to that, because it alienates people that can't afford insurance or can't afford the rates at which those providers charge when you don't have insurance. Because obviously there's two different rates. There's your insurance rate, which they charge exponentially for because the patient's not actually paying and they're just paying for their insurance. But then there's also the other rate that they charge, which is a lot less. And that's the rate where you're paying as somebody where the doctor or the psychiatrist or the psychologist or whatever it might be knows that you don't have insurance, so they're going to charge you a lot less, but you still got to pay. There are still, so there's two different rates when it comes to these things. Missed you too, Shauna, and it's great to have you back. Great to have you back. I'm surprised you're here. You must have woken up in the middle of the night, Shauna. Mitsu, what's going on? Thanks for the heart puff. Well, Zoe, that's part of the therapeutic process. If you're going to cry, and let it out, that's kind of part of the therapeutic process, for sure. So, there's nothing wrong with that. And thank you, Shauna. I appreciate that you think I'm amazing and that you missed me. I really appreciate that. Indica, thank you. I appreciate that also. I'm glad that you think I seem cool. Hey, I try my best. Mental health? No, I mean it's all healthcare. It's all healthcare. need health insurance for healthcare. So it's not incredibly different. I'm sure it is different in minute ways, but in the general way, not so much. You did wake up in the middle of the night. Fair enough, Shauna. Fair enough. Vicky, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for sharing the live. Me too. Yeah, Enzika, as a like discipline, as a subject, mental health is super complex. It's one of the things I definitely specialize in with you guys, but well, not with you guys, but just in general, and I talk about it with you guys a lot. But when it comes to how insurance works for mental health, it's relatively the same as regular healthcare. But mental health is very complex in terms of the physiology, and hey, I mean, so is physical health as well, in a lot of ways. But the brain is very complex. It's a very complex structure. So it's even more complex than physical health, for sure. Vicky, thank you. Greetings to you too. Thank you for those beautiful stickers. Me too. Love those. Thank you for the live ×1. Me too. Thank you for the football and the finger heart. And I appreciate you. And thank you for the heart me, Shauna, also. Yeah, no, that's okay, Luna. You've been killing it with the likes on the live. We're almost at 30K. They certainly can go hand in hand. Exactly. And yes, the brain is very complicated, Vicky. That's what I was saying. So I'm glad that you agree. Have a good night, Remy. Well, a good morning, technically. All right, folks. It is 2 a.m. If I'm gonna do any better than I did last night, I ended around 2:30, 3 o'clock. It was somewhere in there. If I'm gonna do any better than I did last night, I need to end the stream now so that I can get some more sleep tonight, and then I can come back tomorrow early again and more rested. And I need the rest, guys. I really do. So I appreciate all of you guys who have been here with me since the beginning of the stream. I appreciate all of you very new people. If you are not following me right now here on TikTok, do. Because this is a daily stream. We do this every single day, guys. We do this every single day. If you are a part of the TikTok community, you want to join the Discord community, we talk there when the stream is not going on. We talk there. And then all of the YouTube channels surrounding the stream, don't forget about those either. This full stream will be uploaded to the Jackson Downer TV YouTube channel tomorrow at noon, as it is every day. There's so much that you guys can check out. Of course, check out my music if you haven't done that before. Also, that's always good if you haven't yet. But anyway, I love you all very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you all. For all of those of you who are brand new members of the community, or you're brand new to the stream and you've just followed me tonight here, much love to you as well. For all my stream veterans, I love you as well. For all of my stream supporters and super fans here on TikTok, So much love to you. Thank you, because without you guys, my stream supporters, and my super fans, I literally would not be able to do this at all. Wouldn't be possible. So thank you guys so much. And Vicky, I'm glad you like what I say. I'm very appreciative of it. Concerts, you're very welcome for today. I appreciate your thanks for it. Good night, potatoes. Good night, Luna. Vicky's gonna be back tomorrow. Look at that. I love to see it. I love to see it. We will see you tomorrow then, Vicky. Look at that. And thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Shauna, much love to you too. Thank you. And I appreciate you so very much. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Me too. Thank you for those beautiful stickers. I will try my best to have a great sleep, Zoe. Have good dreams, Vicky. To you too. Good night again, Luna. Me too. Thank you for those beautiful stickers again, Anna. Have a good night to you. And goodbye to you too. Just reading all the comments here. All the good night love. OP, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. Yep, we did get to 30K before the end. Good job, Luna. Good job, good job. All right, I just read all of your guys' beautiful, loving comments. I appreciate it and love it so much. Elvin Vampire, yes indeed. Zoe. Thank you all for a beautiful stream. I love you all so much. And you know what? I will see you. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I will see you tomorrow. Much love.